Oh, we like that? We rolling?
We live, baby.
We live? We good?
Live.
Everybody got their levels together? I got the headphones right. I got to figure out how I want to wear my headphones. Do you do the two headphones or you do the one headphone?
Two.
Oh, you double up? You do the two? I mean, I got to do the DJ thing. I'm act like I'm a DJ. Man. I had to hit the one headphone real quick, man. You already know, man. Live from the lab. It's your boy Taz Crafted in the building. I got the homies here. Everybody want to, like, introduce themselves, jump in, jump out real quick? How we going to do it? Tony O.
Well, they know who I am. We got to introduce the new co-host.
Yeah. So you going to introduce new co-host? You want me to introduce new co-host? How we going to do it? We didn't have a pre-plan for this. How we going to introduce it?
So we got a fellow Aggie.
Yeah.
Aggie Pride.
As our
Okay.
Black
Black college spirit. I love it.
You know, shout out Lena, man.
Okay.
How you doing, Lena?
Boom. In the building. Lena in the building. Let's go. Live from the lab. You already know.
You can follow me on IG. Lena
straight to the follows.
LinaAAMOURR.
Yes.
Chef Lena too, by the way.
We got new editors. Editors, throw that underneath the video real quick. And we got sound effects as well.
Yeah, we going crazy now.
Yeah, let's go. Hey, so we got to start it off right. You already know, man. I need some good vibes, good energy real quick, man. Tonio, A&R the lab real quick, man, with all the exclusives, all the new hotness, man. Like you got I already know, man. Drop something real quick for him. Let's go.
Saying? This some unreleased from my boy Goop Gotti, man.
Oh, that's a
shout out
Goop.
My boy. He out there in the 336 holding it down, man.
We heavy.
And look, when he blow,
yeah,
y'all just make sure y'all heard it here first.
Oh, let's go.
Woo.
Yeah. Well, Deuce came on with it, didn't he? Yeah.
All luxury drinks, put niggas in position, touch their hundreds. That's how you show you love. I brought these niggas around to feed their moms. I show these niggas how to make it rain. Show these niggas traps.
Boy, gotta feed your mama. Happy Mother's Day, man. Come on, yeah, you already know.
Nigga do shit, no never stand on business. When they all shot my money, I see the city, fucking up riches and bitches. I know better wanna kill me. Nigga better keep that top up on the swivel. He tryna come through my city. Nigga know my trap do numbers. Back on the road on motion. Running shot in on her nigga by the scrolls. Hit bitch steady bomb. Ran the hun, lost it, ran it back. Now I'm going in, little buddy. Had to fuck info, get to the other side. You must be there, little buddy. Bright day walking in.
Man, you already know. Yeah, my boy slide on that good energy, good vibes, good people. Y'all tuned into the right podcast. It's all the way up right now. You locked in. We live from the lab, man. Y'all feeling it? Y'all rocking? All right, man. We in here. We rolling.
Shout out that boy, man.
Man, what's my brother's name? What's bro name?
Goop
GTI.
Goop Gotti. Boy, sliding on that,
Goop
on it.
GTI, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate the exclusive, man. Y'all already know how we get down. So we're going to go ahead and get rolling. First topic on the board, man. Y'all know the craziest thing going on right now, man. Couldn't believe it when I saw it. I thought it was a replay. We just talked about it last pod.
We did.
Was it last pod that we threw the reference in?
Yeah. We did.
So you already seen how my boy Ja Morant got caught up, man. Not on his IG Live, but the homies' IG Live. Man, what are y'all thoughts, man? How y'all feel about it? Like, is it over for your boy? Is he gonna get another chance? Like how's it gonna rock out, man? What y'all think?
Nah, I think he definitely gonna get another chance, but he gotta realize that, like, man, what I'm doing keep getting me in trouble.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. I mean, what he doing at the end of the day, if we being real, is not wrong, right? And what he's doing not illegal.
Mm-hmm.
He owns guns. He's of age to own weapons.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a state where he can carry legally.
Yeah.
So he's not doing nothing illegal. It's just you've already been caught up once and suspended for the same thing.
Okay, so in sports, what's the main problem? Is it just the image of him being an NBA star and it don't look right?
Yeah, so I was about to go into it. Like, it's legal. Like, he's not doing anything illegal, right? The problem is when you work for somebody, the person that you work for has clauses within your contract in which, like, you can't make them look bad. So it's like conduct detrimental to the league. So like you're doing things that are making us, just look bad. So if we're gonna pay you all this money and we're gonna make you, really they were about to make him the next face of the league. That's how I was looking.
Right. And that's what I was gonna say. Is to the point now to where he's not only representing himself as Ja Morant, he's also representing the National Basketball Association.
Yeah,
right?
nah.
So
what y'all think about his friends? The ones that were recording.
I mean, obviously they might not be the right people, but at the same time, I mean, you got to place the onus on the guy who is the person that's in the position, right? So, even if, those aren't the right guys to be around them, either you supposed to pull those guys up or you got to let those guys go. Because those guys aren't the ones that was blessed with the talent, blessed with the, opportunity to be in the position that he's in. So, you really can't put the onus on them. I mean, even so, man, your boy that had the camera on his live, like, he tried to put it down. Like, he saw Ja put the gun. He was like, Ja, what are you doing? And Ja was like, nah, man, like, show him I got the hammer. Like, so you really got to put either the onus on Ja or, I mean, my thing is, man, ain't no more OGs.
Yeah.
That?
You think Ja need to, become a little bit more humble?
Nah, I wouldn't even say that. I would say to the point you was kind of hitting Taz. It's like Ja didn't even grow up like that. You know what I'm saying? So the same point that we was kind of hitting in episode 2, I think, when we was talking about, listening to the music and feeling like you got to live that life.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like something's going on in his head to where he feels like he has to prove that he's a gangster or a tough guy, or he'll use that bitch. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but why,
you feel me though?
He can't afford bigger guns.
Nah, hey,
no,
look,
I'm just saying, man, every time I see Ja Morant, the gun gets smaller every time. This one was smaller than the last one.
Nah, it won't.
It was a little bigger.
To his defense, I think this one was a Glock pause. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh,
I think,
it was a Glock.
He had a 43
buddy,
or something.
got a Glock. Okay. Well, if I'm a multi-millionaire, you don't want to notice that, man. First of all, put it with security, bro. He need to listen to different music, man. And I'll give you one thing.
I can't blame it on the music, though.
The one thing
I can't blame it on the music.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you what I blame it on. This is the one thing I don't hear anybody saying, and I'm gonna just say it. We got to look at it. It could be the possibility that Ja Morant is an alcoholic, guys. Like, if you really look at his Instagram and you really look at the way my man parties, and man, I've been in the entertainment industry for a long time. I've been around a lot of functional alcoholics that can. I mean, let's face it, Jordan used to play tooted up every night. Yeah. So, I mean, if you really look at the way my man parties, first of all, a lot of guys in the league party harder during the season than they do not during the season because they're actually traveling around to these cities. You're not traveling around to the cities that you traveling around to during the season. You hit Miami, New York, Atlanta, Cali, a couple different times, Texas, Houston. You really are going to the cities. And it surprised me the way my man was going out after the games. That was after the game on the first incident. So, you really might have to look because it doesn't add up. At this point, it has to be something that's causing my man to make bad decisions.
I really think part of it is the fame and the success. He's at a point where he's making so much money, more than he's ever made in his life. He feels like he's somewhat untouchable, and he could get away with certain stuff. I think a part of it is that.
Yeah, no, I mean that definitely is a part of it. It definitely is in the mix with it. And at the end of the day, who's to say how we would act at that age too? 22, was he 22, right. 23
yeah,
with 80 million, 100 million up, 100 M's?
And that's another point. Besides the money that he got, right? I think he's guaranteed some crazy shit. He signed a multi-$100 million deal.
That's what I'm saying. He feel like he's untouchable. He could get away with stuff.
But besides the money though, it's we all, I know me for sure, but I feel like a lot of men too, when we that age, we go through that phase to where we try and be something that we not. Or you just try to adapt to the company that you keep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you hanging around some dudes who from the streets, from the struggle, you know what I'm saying, you going to get involved in some bullshit that you never should have been involved in.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
I mean?
That'll get you caught up every single time, man. And if you look at the background of that video, Ja Morant was in a place that, you shouldn't be as a millionaire. If you got 2 commas to your name, you shouldn't have that background. You should never be.
What was the background looking like?
I mean, just not a good place. I wouldn't go there, and I'm not at 2 commas yet. But I wouldn't be there. I mean, just man, it's no reason to put yourself in certain situations. I'm a probability type person, right? Mm-hmm. So when you get yourself, number one, it's hard enough to make the money, but once you make the money, it's quite honestly even harder to keep the money. So you got to have that discipline and that discernment. I keep telling youngins, man, it's about discernment. That's the biggest word that you can have. When you get something, when you have something to lose, you truthfully can only have people around you that also have something to lose. Like if you got people around you that they don't have nothing to lose, then man, like it's gonna run into a problem at the end of the day. So, you know, like that's how it rolls, you know?
Yeah, facts. So since we on the job topic, let's kind of spin it a little bit, right?
Okay, where we going?
This been a hot topic.
I
too,
see spin it, spin
like,
move. Ooh, okay, working on the transitions. There you go, Tony. Ooh,
You know what I mean?
man.
I'm up here with it, man. I'm up here. What we say?
It's
We
cerebral.
breaking the third wall.
Man, it's cerebral with it. Okay.
You know what I mean? But let's talk about this snitching topic, right?
Oh, yeah.
So,
okay.
Shout out my family. He sent me. He said, "Is snitching becoming acceptable?" How y'all feel about that?
Mm.
How you feeling? You wanna go? You wanna rock out first?
Look, the only person who I really feel like it's acceptable for is Boston Richie, because I love him.
Oh my god! Oh my
Not
god!
the cricket. Not.
Boston Richie, cool, cause
But his music's so hard. But besides that, no, snitching is not acceptable. But Boston Richie gets a pass. Yeah.
Why? Why do we get a pass?
Because he too hard. He too hard.
no,
Too hard. So he
Yeah.
get a pass. So tell
But
her.
no, okay. No, you know what? No. Snitching is really not. It's not acceptable.
I can appreciate you separate the art from the artist. Like
Yeah.
I can dig
Yeah.
that.
For
All
sure.
you can
honesty,
you
all
can
honesty
say like
is not
his
acceptable.
art is dope.
But his music is hard. I'll say it like that.
I can rock with his art, but
I
him,
can rock with it. You know, the music hard. I was listening to him on the way here
Yeah.
and listening to him while I was at work.
What does music make you feel like though?
I gotta check out Boston Richie.
Yeah.
Is he from Boston?
I don't even think so.
I would be.
As
I mean,
far
I'm
as
just saying,
snitching, back to the topic on snitching, I really don't think snitching is not acceptable.
Yeah, I mean,
It's really not.
look, man, we gotta.
Especially if you in the streets, you a rapper, you trapping, you scamming, like you know what you signed up for, and you look real hypocritical. Like you shouldn't be snitching. Like that's just off limits.
Yeah, nah, thou. I mean, okay, we really have to define snitching though. Like we gotta define it.
I mean, I think it's an easy definition though.
Okay.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Not because to me, like originally where snitching comes from, right, is if I'm doing something right, or we doing something together. It's me and you. We do this together. We woo everything. Something go left. I get caught up. You don't get caught up. I tell the people about you. Like to me, that's always been what like. It's not a civilian or somebody that has a situation going on or like, you know what I mean? Sometimes it might be smarter, like, bro, we got to call the police, man. That's a part of, like police reports have to be made. If you look at, like, the QCP situation, like police reports have to be made. Like, it's just a part of procedure when it's in the court of law, right? So, like, a lot of times, like, the way people are, like, saying it's snitching is not particularly, like, it's just people talking to the police. Like, I think it's completely different if you have a situation or a scenario in which I did some dirt with you and then I go, you know what I'm saying? I make sure that you're implicated along with me. Rather than, you know, like we kind of broaden this whole culture to like across the board. Like nobody should ever talk to the police whatsoever, never in any fashion, form, no way, no how. If you say anything to the police at any time, like if I ever run into a police officer, tell him to have a nice day, oh, Taz is a snitch because he told the police officer, like, it's gotten crazy,
Yeah,
like the level to which that we've gone to with like what it is. Like, I mean, how gangster we gonna be? Like,
Yeah, I feel like that the people who say shit like that are like trying to be something that they not. Because like people who really living like that, they know the difference.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Snitching is if you out here and you living like that, you are committing crimes. You know what I'm saying? You know that what you're doing is illegal and you completely understand the consequences of your actions. Then if you get caught up and you go in there and tell, that's snitching.
Yeah.
Point blank, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If Joe Blow over there see you kill somebody and he tell the police what you look like, that's not snitching.
it's being a civilian.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that person is not living like that. Feel me? Or vice versa. If we scamming, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever.
So how you feel about like do you see how like the QCP situation was, like where his brother basically got shot and killed. He went and like returned fire on the guy that like shot at his brother. Then the police questioned him and he said like, "This is what dude looked like."
I don't feel like that's snitching.
All right. Then lie.
I mean, that man killed his brother.
What he tell if he went and shot back at the people who killed his brother? What he telling the police what they look like? He not trying to find them no more?
I mean, it could be a situation in which like y'all better find them before I do. Like just because you know what I'm saying, tell the police what the man look like doesn't mean you ain't gonna handle it your own way. At the end of the day,
True.
like it doesn't preempt that per se.
True.
But I feel like if you already went after the dude, right? You already done shot back at him.
That's self-defense.
That means you want him dead. Oh, it happened in the same time period. Like
it happened at the same instant. So he had to stay and like, you know what I'm saying?
I thought like he went back the next day.
Nah, like he shot this way, shot back. Like same time. Like,
that's different.
So I mean, you know, like sometimes, bro, you just in a predicament where like, look, like, hey, certain statements have to be made just to keep the heat as low as possible. Cause like you're gonna look even crazier talking about some like, nah, bro, I ain't nothing. No, I don't talk to cops. No, why don't you talk to cops?
Now I got a question.
You know what up?
So like, if it was a sense in like you and somebody else, and they trying to give you like 30, 40 years for a crime that you didn't even do.
Damn, you went to the roof with the time, didn't you?
The extreme.
All right,
Sheesh.
20, 30 years, 15 years.
Lord. What did I do? What did I do, Tonio? I did something crazy.
Damn, you definitely caught
Jeffrey
about it.
Dahmer, boy.
Oh my God.
Yes. Boy, I went cornflakes,
I'm just
cereal.
saying. No.
I went crazy. I went white boy. Okay. All right. So, yeah.
All right.
Give me 30. 40.
All right. No, forget the 30. All right. 10, 15, 20 years. You got kids. You got family.
Sure do.
You gonna snitch, especially if you know you didn't do it. Or you gonna be one of them people that be like, oh, nah, I'm not talking to the police. I'm not snitching. I'm not saying nothing.
Nah,
How would you handle that situation?
If I did something and, like, I've already, you know, I'm a risk assessment type person, right? So, like, before I do anything, I've already assessed the risk. I've already assessed, like, what's the worst case scenario. If that was the worst case scenario, you know what I'm saying? I got to go sit down. I already know whatever I'm doing, I'm going to do it with people that if I hold it down, they're going to hold me down too. You know what I'm saying? So if I got to go sit down for a little bit, I know at the end of the day, I would never do nothing crazy that didn't have a crazy enough upside.
You wouldn't put yourself in those situations like that.
Nah, whatever I was doing, it's going to be worth it. It was worth it. So if I got to go sit down, man, it'd be worth it. Because, you know, we ain't going to, why mess everybody up? Because whatever I do with family. You know what I'm saying? Like either by myself or with family. So, you know what I'm saying? Fam going to hold it down.
What about you,
like,
Tonio?
Damn.
You got a baby at home.
30.
I mean, to Taz's point, right? I know me personally, like, if I'm in the interrogation room, I'm being held by the law, right? I know that it's for a good reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done did some shit that I done thought about on my own. I knew what the consequences was, so I'm going to deal with it. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting down by myself. Like, I'm not bringing nobody else with me because at that point, like, I'm avoiding jail at all costs. Like, I'm not out here living like that anyway. So, like, if it come to that point where I know I'm about to sit for a minute, it was for a good reason. Like Taz said, so it is what it is.
That's something I had to do. I had to do
You know what I mean? Like, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there
So
you go.
real quick, 6ix9ine, like, he was wrong for all that, right?
Man, they was wrong for involving that little boy in their shenanigans, man. What are y'all doing with him? What was he doing with that little guy, man? Like, I feel bad for 6ix9ine. Like,
6ix9ine is a perfect example of what you don't want to do out here.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
Hey, stay out the way. Hey, man, so we rocking out real quick. We about to take a little break on the 1-2. You know what I'm saying? Get back to this. Y'all lock in live from the lab. Let's go.
You not the concept?
Smooth sounds. Live from the lab.
Go ahead and no one leader, it's a good day. Pick the perfect day to ball, feel like Young Jay. Walk on spring about that bed like it's raining, man. Both sides on top of the cars in the driveway. The perfect day for war, who won't die today?
Yeah.
We on top his back and made him fly away. Lamborghini go 220 on the highway.
Right.
Yo, yo.
Okay.
Hey.
We in here now. We in here now. Now we live from the lab.
We back, man.
Big
we
live
back.
from the lab. You already know.
We
We back.
Who's this?
It's D, baby.
Yeah, D baby.
I like this.
Yeah. Oh, let it rock then.
It's all yo. Ain't nothing sweet about the side and ain't nothing sour here. Even rock design support our girl. Woke up 200,000 in all blue strips. I got shit but never sink it in no loose lips. No, Shawty told me she a doctor get boo cool scripts. You shoot assault rifles come with 2 clips. Baby bottles only time you see me drawing lines. Percocet at the Percocet, I done pop 5. Little shit gon' swap out cars and let this top down. My bitch I just make her pop that pussy like a Glock 9. Strictly business, stay with all them games up off my phone. Exotic diamonds came from image.
Shining with no lights on.
You already know we live from the lab right now. We got the bar wide open. Make sure you tip my bartenders. We going crazy right now. What's up?
Come on.
Let's go.
Good day.
It's a good day, man. It's a good day.
Like it's running late.
We hope y'all had a good day. We hope you made today great. And if you didn't make today great, we hope you make tomorrow great, man. It's live from the lab. You know how we get down. It's in the building right now, man. We chilling. That was my boy D Baby. What's that record called, man?
I like that.
Good day.
Good day. It's a
D,
good
baby,
day.
good day.
And he
On
named it
Apple?
appropriately.
On Apple Music.
Who is that? He live in Charlotte?
Nah, he from Texas, I think.
Shit
Houston.
hard.
I was going to ask if he was from the D.
Yeah. Pause.
Pause police over here. Antonio. Man.
Yeah,
Hey,
you know what's
hey, so
going
we
on,
was talking
bro.
outside, man. Y'all was hipping me to what was going on, what was popping in the news, everything rocking, man. What is going on with Gabriel Union, guys, man? Like, what's
Boy.
how they say it? What's the T?
All right, so I'm gonna read it to you. It says,
Oh God.
Gabriel Union says she fears if movie she's in gets canceled, she won't be able to pay the bills because her and D Wade go 50-50 on everything.
Half on that ass.
Everything.
On everything.
But you also know that in her previous relationship, she was taking care of all of the bills.
Okay.
All of the bills.
Right.
And she was okay with cheating because she knew she was paying all the bills.
Oh, that's flagrant.
Yeah.
Oh, I
let's get
see
into
what's
it.
going
Let's
on
get into
here.
it. Let's get into
They
it.
from a different
So-
planet than me.
What you're telling me is, if D Wade pays all the bills,
She gonna be cheating on him.
No, he can cheat.
no, he got
No.
the. He
Well,
got the
yeah,
lane.
my bad. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry, my little shot getting to me.
Oh wow! All right, well,
He gonna be cheating. He gonna be doing all the cheating.
man, that's
Yeah.
crazy. I guess I'd be nervous too. She better get another acting role, I guess.
I just feel like all that is bullshit. Like y'all got millions. What the fuck you mean you gonna be nervous if you can't pay the bills?
Yeah,
Like I just feel like
I mean,
it's
it might come down to principle though.
Do they have so many bills that she feel like D Wade can't step up if
Nah.
her income declines?
Nah, it's genuinely, it has to be off principle at this point. I mean, at some point, like you get to you know what I'm saying, amount of money where it's not like we have to split the bills. Like we're splitting the bills off of principle. Like this is what we do in our relationship. Like
now if y'all were in a married relationship, would y'all split 50-50 with y'all wife? How would you handle that? Because I feel like
I want to make the rules.
know.
I want to run stuff.
you want to run shit.
Yeah,
Okay, what
100%.
about you, Tonio?
Cost to be the boss.
I'm not
Let's go.
splitting the bills, but
I mean, if you want
I
to put
feel
it in
like-
on a little
Are you gonna
something.
pay all the bills?
yeah, I pay all the bills. But like car note, if she got a car note, take care of that.
Okay.
And your insurance part, at least.
Now I
And
do
make
have a
sure-
question.
Make sure that the refrigerator stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Laundry, done.
Oh,
Kitchen
yeah,
clean.
all that.
Food cooked.
Yeah.
Okay.
sure.
I do have a question though because this one dude like he had basically approached me, and mind you, he's like our age, and he went to school with us. Ooh, I'm saying too much right now. Let me rewind back. All
Oh, whoa.
right,
Why don't you just give it social?
long story short, he basically said like he's married and he pay all the bills so he could do what he want, and he feel like
I mean, if they got that arrangement, I think the only time that it's an issue, right, is like cheating is lying. Like
Yeah.
it's not the act of being with another person; it's the act of being deceptive. So, like, if him and his wife got that arrangement, that's what they worked out. Like, babe, you pay all the bills, whatever you want to go rock out and do, that's what you do, and that's how their relationship works. That's how it works. Like,
now if y'all were a married man, like would you feel like, okay, I'm paying majority of the bills, all the bills, I could do what I want, I could cheat on my wife, I could talk to other females just because you're technically paying all the bills? Or would you still be loyal to your wife?
Nah, it's a benevolent dictatorship. Like, at the end of the day, like, I need to do what's best for our relationship, right?
Okay.
And especially in today's day and time, man, like, there's no room for that in terms of, like, bringing somebody else into a situation, into a relationship that's solid, that's whole, is for the most part only going to add issues and extras going on in that relationship, right? So, like, it's not about per se the fact that, like, oh, it can't be somebody else or something like that. It's the dynamic of our relationship, our family, how we need to work together. Like, it needs to be set up in the right way so that we can, be successful. This is about teamwork and us going to the top and, like, being successful and working together more than it's like about feelings and, like, like, you get to a different level and, when you locking in with somebody, it's like, look, man, like, we got to do this to get to the top together. Like, so what works for us works for us. And it might be different for other relationships. Like, other relationships have different things that might go on. But, I mean, from my experience, man, like, nah, ain't no room for no extras out here.
Yeah, facts. And I agree. For me, it's like I don't need another woman, right? Because I'm disciplined. So it's like if you have masculine energy, right, as a man, we all do. And, of course, that masculine energy brings about wanting more than one woman, but being disciplined and understanding that you have to take that energy and put it into something else, right? Because at the end of the day, if you fulfill that energy that you're feeling when you see an attractive woman and you want to have sex with her, it's like you can do it, but then once you do it, what do you get?
Nah, facts. Because, I mean, let's be real about it. Like, when you dealing with a guy that has, how do I put this? Sold his royal oats. Like, he's lived his life. Like, he didn't just get money. He didn't just become cool. He didn't just get access to women. Like, he's been around enough situation where he figures out that, like, look, life is about something much more deeper than just me getting my rocks off at the end of the day.
Right.
Like you get to a point where, like, it becomes empty. And once you see it become empty, like, you really find out, like, look, man, I need something deeper to really, get me stimulated out here in life. So
I want to know, like, why? All right, it sounds like y'all know yourself as a man and what y'all want and don't want from a female. And it sounds like, y'all past that phase of y'all life. But as far as a male perspective, why do guys make it so hard? Like, for example, if you got a good female that's on her shit, that's basically wifey material, why not fuck with her, strong, and leave the hoes alone? Why is it so hard?
A man's timing is a man's timing.
Okay.
Because they're not ready for that yet.
Yeah, like, a man's timing is going to be his timing.
That
like,
makes
his path in life, especially one that's going to be disciplined and one that's going to be in a position that you want him to be in, he's going to know that, like, his timing is going to need to be on the right plane. I mean, I think at the end of the day, when we really look at it, like, we've been expecting a lot from young niggas. Like, you are not going to have your situation together until 30, 35. Like, it gets, like early 20s, in the 20s, like, first of all, you still trying to figure out where you're going in life, like, what your career is going to be, how you going to lock in with people. Like, it's a high expectation to expect a man at that age, especially the way that we have life set up now, because, I mean, we've strung it out. We made it longer in terms of, like, schooling. Like, now you're going to college for 4 years. If you want to get a graduate degree, like, it moves everything back, and we living longer. So with that, like, it has to be a better expectation on younger guys. So, like, when he gets to a point that he's ready to lock everything in, that's what he's going to do. And once he's locked in, he's going to be locked. The issue comes when a man lock in before he really ready to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
true.
When a man really can't, be man enough to say, listen, I'm not ready for this type of commitment, this type of, let's face it, responsibility. Having a woman is a responsibility.
For
That's
sure.
true.
And I was going to hit the point of, like, at the same time, like, I feel like a lot of men have to experience a lot of shit first before they're ready to really settle down and commit themselves to one woman, right? Because a lot of men think they're ready, but they still want to experience a lot of other women, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what you want until you experience a lot of women. And you understand the different qualities, the different traits that women have, right? So you have to experience different women to understand, okay, I like this in a woman. I like my woman to do this. I like my woman to be this way. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go through those motions, and it's like, if you've been going throughout life and you haven't really had those experiences, you're not going to be ready until you had those.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, let me ask y'all this, right? Do y'all feel like women, in particularly, are presenting themselves as wives?
Nope. Nah. Hit the crickets button. I mean, let's face it, man. Like it's a new age. Like it's the feminism wave. Like it's the day of the independent woman. You know, like at the end of the day, I respect equal rights for everybody. I'm a laissez-faire type person. I'm never the one to stand in anybody's way from anything that they want to accomplish in this world. So with that, you know, I think guys that look at it from my position say, hey, like, you know, if that's what you guys want to accomplish in terms of, you know, standing up, being on your own, doing what you have to do, then it's going to be a different dynamic in terms of a relationship.
Okay, now that's kind of broad, Tonio, because it's different ways like a woman could not represent themselves, you know. So are you saying like social media wise, like how they present themselves on IG, if they go into the club, if they're overly independent, like what in your definition are you saying like a woman does not present herself, you know, like that?
If she can be a mother. If she can take care of the family.
I mean,
be responsible.
It might be broad, but it's still overarching the same.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
like
it's not. I'm not digging that deep into like social media, because social media is what it is at the end of the day.
Well, it's a reflection of you.
It's a reflection of you.
Somewhat.
Like, do you have the qualities? Because at the end of the day, right, women are very vocal about men, and vice versa about being a husband, right? So it's like, do you see yourself as a wife? Are you portraying those qualities of a wife, right? Go back to any wife that you know that's within your reach, maybe your grandma or your mother, if your parents are still married, right? The things that she does for her husband, the way she carries herself. You know what I'm saying? They just, current news, they just was talking about Savannah Jones for being so low-key. Like, they was kind of getting on her, talking about, like, why she ain't done really tried to
LeBron wife?
branch off and become her own, like,
'Cause I'm
influencer.
LeBron's wife.
So
What are you
compare Savannah to like Stephen Curry's wife. That's crazy.
Nah, because I mean,
Stephen Curry.
Steve Curry.
That's what
Is he the third brother? Does he have a jump shot too? I know Steven can shoot.
I'm sorry.
I know Steven
Y'all
got
know
a
what the fuck
dad.
I meant.
He
Oh
must.
my god.
He tore his ACL in high school,
Yeah,
and
fact.
like he just ain't make it to the league. But
sure.
Steven had the best jump shot out of the whole Curry family.
I heard that.
Yeah. I was talking to Dale. That's what Dale told
All
me.
right, stop fucking laughing.
But you talk about Aisha.
Yes,
I ain't gonna hold you, man. She
Cause
kinda,
she don't get the same attention, and I feel like nah.
I don't get that, man.
I don't get that.
So you feel like if you married someone who was a celebrity, a superstar, you feel like you should build your own brand as well?
Not necessarily. Yes and no. Like I would be like a Savannah. Like I would be like how she is. But I mean, with all that, yeah, I would kind of capitalize, build my own brand. I would build my own business or something.
Why though?
What you mean, why though?
Do you not?
That's selfish.
I could still be a mom, a wife, and have my own business and make my own money.
All right.
There's only so many hours in the day, though.
Specifically in LeBron's case, where his last name is a brand, he set his family up.
I wouldn't know if it was like
generations.
that. No, I wouldn't really have to. No. I'll be like Savannah. I'll be a whole time mother.
What brand
Wife.
are we gonna set up that's gonna match $1 billion?
You're right. I mean, it
We
don't hurt though. It's not a crime.
It's only but so many hours in a day. It's only but so many things that we can focus on.
But I'm gonna take care of the house.
Hold on. So let's
Regardless,
you are.
I'm gonna take care of the kids.
Sure are.
I'm gonna
I
be
got
a wife.
$1 billion. You're gonna take care of the house.
For shit show.
Let's dig into this because you kind of alluded to it in the beginning. Even if, say, he's not a billionaire, but he's up though, 7-figure nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you still feel like you should build your own brand?
I just at least want to have something for myself as a woman. Like, and speaking for myself, I'm like fully independent. So I'm used to doing for myself and having my own. I'm not fully just necessarily just going to be like, oh, I'm just fully depending on my husband. Yeah, I don't have to lift a finger and work if I'm Savannah James, but still, like, if I have the lead way to still have something for myself, I'll do that. So what's wrong with that?
At what point does
I don't have to, but I'm just saying.
They got like 4 kids. It's 24 hours in a day.
Check this out though. So at what point does the independent woman stigma become beneficial? Right? Because if you're so focused on being an independent woman, how can you fully live in your feminine energy and be a wife?
I would still be in my feminine area and be a wife. However, like, for example, going back to Savannah, if she wanted to have a little lip gloss line, she could do that. Okay, she don't even have to run it herself.
You want a hobby.
That's it. That's what I'm basically saying.
You want a hobby.
Just something, like, that's all I'm saying.
Call it a hobby because you're calling it a brand. Thank you. Like, that's a lot of work.
Okay, I don't need a brand. That's what I'm saying. I don't have to have a brand. But just something for myself, a little hobby, that don't hurt. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Little yoga, little lip gloss, cool.
That's
it. But, like, it's I think we have to look at it as, like, this, it becomes a partnership, right? Yeah. You can't be independent within a partnership. Like, it's that's an impossibility. At the end of the day, there has to be a yin to every yang. So, I like that. If you choose to get with this person, a person of LeBron's stature, a person of even a guy that's making $100,000 a year has a higher level of need than somebody that's not making that much money. Yeah. Because, like, there's nowhere and no, like, if you're making however much money you're making, you're going to be spending more and more time in order to make that money. Nobody is able to make that money just by sitting down doing nothing. So the more time I allocate towards making the amount of money that I'm making, I'm going to need somebody to be my yang that's going to be able to allocate that time towards our family. Right. I'm not going to have time to change.
And that's perfectly fine. I'm just saying I would like to have a little hobby, something.
Okay, there we go.
That's
hobby.
it.
For sure. Now, all right, so look, breaking news, right?
Oh, God, what happened?
Israel, the UFC fighter. I don't want to butcher.
Wait, no. We gonna go back to my topic real quick before we go to that. Cause hold the fuck up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. What I wanted to ask y'all is, what I want to know is, would y'all do for a female that makes her own money and handles her own? Like, would you do for her off the strength, or like, would you wait till she asks? Because I feel like independent females, like, sometimes we don't get shit until. I feel like the females that ask, they always get shit if they want their bills paid. It's certain dudes out here that's going to do that. Not necessarily just speaking about bills in particular, but would you do for a female that's doing for herself? Would you do it off the strength? Or, like, what will it be on, God damn. It's this liquor. You get what I'm saying?
Oh my God! So a girl that's independent, that's already like doing her own thing, like would you do the same thing for a girl that's not independent? I mean, I think it just depends on how she presents herself in the dynamic of our situation, right? So if she's really presenting herself like, listen, like, I don't need anything, and which a lot of women do, then by all means, like, we're gonna rock out like that. But with any dynamic, man, like, look, like, my situation is my situation. So if you come up underneath the umbrella, like, it's just I'm going to rock out how I'm already rocking out. For the most part, I'm going to have things already allocated. So whatever you want to take care of is what you want to take care of, and I'm just going to see how you move. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think a guy with money is really going to be, like, too worried about, like, what are we talking about? This is my, like, you going to move in with me? This is my house. I'll pay the bill,
right.
like.
Right.
Like, it's not a whole lot to think about somebody that's in a position in order to do something like that. Any guy that's making it like a big deal like that, it's not that position. Like, you need to find a different dynamic. So
Yeah, for sure. I feel the same way. It's like I'm not worried about what you're doing on your own because as a man, I believe that like I'm gonna take care of you, I'm gonna provide protection, all that. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm not worried about what you doing on your own. But we kind of talked about this in I think episode 1, where it's like, all right, now if we got 2 incomes coming in the household, like you're not just about to be fumbling the bag.
No. Oh hell no!
Like you know what I'm saying? Like if
gonna
I'm taking
it.
care of everything, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly
we gonna invest, we gonna flip, we gonna make more.
You know what I mean,
It's just a partnership. Let's roll.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
For sure.
How you feel about it though? Because you brought it up, Lena. How you feel? I feel like you done dealt with some niggas who kind of ain't.
Fuck them niggas.
Oh God.
Baby, it's just me and Mr. Benji. That's it. That's all I'm worried about.
Hold on, go deep into it though.
Nah, just I just be focused on me and myself, and I just be stacking, working.
So, do you feel like if you start messing with a dude, right, and you got your own bag, and he's not really doing for you because you have your own bag, are you gonna kind of sideline him?
Of course.
Boom.
I mean, yeah.
There you go.
I'm too independent.
There you go. Y'all heard it.
If you can't do the bare minimum, you gotta go. What I need you for? I do everything myself. Car note paid, bills paid, credit great. You know, I take care of myself. If you can't do the bare minimum, you can't bring none.
What's the bare minimum?
I mean, like, for example, my nails. If I ask for my nails, you know, one time, first of all, I'm not even the type of female to ask for shit. So if I ask you and it's a no, like, it's a red flag. Okay. It's a red flag.
That makes sense.
If you got food stamps and you got a food stamp card and I ask you to bring some groceries, you want me to cook, you want me to feed you, you want to come over my fucking house.
What are you dealing with? What?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't contribute to the groceries.
All right, y'all.
You can't contribute to the groceries. You can't bring them.
We gonna holler at our sis Lena real quick. We gonna get on a different level. We gonna introduce ourselves to the homeboys. They got a little better situation.
Look, I need somebody with some motion. Something.
All motion. Y'all already know, man. Live from the lab. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tony, you got anything for him real quick, man?
Nah, for sure. Just keep doing what y'all doing, man. Be disciplined out here.
Let's go, man. Discernment, be disciplined. Live from the lab. Stay crafty. Let's go. One.
Peace.
Peace.